The last 6 years have delivered some truly unforgettable, but mostly forgettable moments from Sony's live-action Spider-Man universe. In the wake of the universe's storyline, we've received a Venom trilogy with Hollywood A-lister Tom Hardy. That would be cool and all, if only the Venom movies felt like how Venom movies should feel. Sadly, Sony held back on creating some truly terrifying Venom flicks, and instead we got quite the oddball trilogy on our hands. Whether you love it or hate it, these films exist. Which means today, I'm gonna rank all 3 to celebrate the end of Venom's trilogy, and Tom Hardy's time as Eddie Brock supposedly. I guess we'll never see this come to fruition despite the teases. How disappointing. Nonetheless, let's dive into these 3 bad boys and rank them from worst to best. Before we get started, make sure to click that subscribe button and turn on all notifications for upcoming videos. So, did they get inspiration from something with this title? Venom: The Last Dance is bad. I was hoping they'd deliver something good here to send off Tom Hardy's Venom the right way. But what we got instead was one of the worst movies of the year. They claim this is a road trip movie, and yet they don't actually commit to that plot. No, just when you think Venom and Eddie are taking a journey across America together, the film sucks you right back into this subplot with a secret Area 51 organization and some evil dude who's been imprisoned by the symbiotes. So he sends this giant creature to retrieve a key from Eddie and Venom? Simply put, the plot is incoherent. It's like a juggling act. They have a few different plots and many new characters to balance, but why? Why can't the film commit to one plot? Why is it so convoluted? Why did they introduce several new characters only not to develop any of them? I truly don't understand what happened here. Oh, but if it makes you feel any better, we get a slow 5-minute scene of Venom singing in a van. Yeah, this one randomly meanders a lot too. With all the subplots and characters to balance, you'd think they have enough material to avoid shooting filler scenes. But nope, we get like a 10-minute scene of Eddie gambling in Vegas, followed by Venom dancing. On the bright side, Hardy himself as Eddie Brock goes out on a high note. He's great in the movie, and admittedly, there's a few scenes that got a little emotional. Regardless, this isn't good. You're better off skipping this one unless, of course, you're only here for the memes. Okay, I feel like most people will rank the first Venom number 1, but to me, it's a toss-up. Clearly, the third movie is the worst, then 1 and 2 are just about interchangeable. However, I slightly enjoy the original Venom less than Let There Be Carnage. Neither movie is perfect though, and I'll talk about why. Of course, as stated earlier, I don't think any of these Venom movies feel like real Venom movies. Between the PG-13 rating and the amount of comedy elements, this Venom trilogy was doomed from the start with its 2018 flick. Which sucks because obviously I prefer Tom Hardy over Topher Grace as Eddie Brock, but part of me likes how they approach Grace's version of the character more. I don't understand why this movie is basically a comedy. Why is Venom written as funny? If they took the first movie seriously, maybe we could have gotten something truly special out of this trilogy. But unfortunately, the best way I can describe Venom 1 is silly. I will say there are surprisingly a good amount of dark horror moments for a PG-13 film, although we should have received some terrifying moments from Venom himself. I'd rather see him do some dark shit instead of cracking jokes. Anyway, as a movie, it's not awful. Tom Hardy is great. I kind of like the early romance he had going with Michelle Williams, but then it ends so abruptly and fast, which I thought was lame. There's a few cool action scenes, I like some of the cinematography, and since they went with a funny version of Venom here, I'll admit the comedy lands from time to time. Did you know Venom's voice isn't heard until 40 minutes into the movie? And doesn't show his face until an hour in? Wild stuff. Riz Ahmed plays the villain. Yeah, he's not good. A total miscast in my opinion. Not intimidating at all. I have no idea why he was the choice to play this character. And even the character Drake that he plays is your everyday cliche villain. Hey, we do have this meme guitar scene. In fact, Venom 1 has multiple meme moments. So it's good for that. By no means a terrible film, just not what I was hoping to get from Venom's own movie on the big screen. So yes, I'm ranking Let There Be Carnage number 1 for a few reasons. First off, it's the shortest. Before credits, it clocks in at only 1 hour and 24 minutes. For one of these things, that's a huge plus. I think the action is better in Let There Be Carnage as well. There's more of it, and it's more brutal than the first entry. Particularly, I like the fight at the end. Woody Harrelson plays the villain Cletus Cassidy, aka Carnage in the sequel, and he's easily the best villain of the trilogy. That's not saying a whole lot. Either way, I like Harrelson's over-the-top performance as Cassidy. It adds to the chaotic feel of Let There Be Carnage. The film moves like a locomotive. You get in and it never halts. It does have many of the same flaws Venom 1 has, however, thanks to all that I mentioned, I give the edge to Let There Be Carnage as the trilogy's best. Maybe that's just me. I know a lot of people prefer the first. Some may even call Let There Be Carnage bad, but let's not act like the original movie is a masterpiece. And I'll take Woody Harrelson any day of the week over whatever Riz Ahmed was doing in Venom 1. Alright, so there you have it. That is my ranking of Tom Hardy's Venom trilogy. But as usual, I am curious to hear what your ranking of the trilogy is. What's your favorite of the three? And why do you agree with me that The Last Dance is clearly the worst? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments. And as always, thank you all so much for watching this ranking video. Again, if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. I'll catch you all in the next one. See you then.